Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. We got good news today, and the good news is that 300 banks, albeit small community banks, which is actually where a lot of people do their banking these days, they've partnered with NYDIG. This is from Crypto News, but many other places have actually reported this as well. Albeit small community banks, which many people actually do their banking at these days. I'm not sure if this includes credit unions or not. Over 300 will actually be offering crypto to their customers in the first half of 2022. This is a sure sign of mass adoption. A lot of these bankers are cautiously optimistic about Bitcoin, and some of them are actually saying that they are seeing a surge in demand for cryptocurrencies by their customers. Now, you might be saying, well, if there's a surge demand, why aren't volumes increasing? Well, one, customers are just asking about it, getting used to the idea, and coming in that way. They're not retail FOMOing in. Yes, there are people that are really, really desperate to make money, and they'll FOMO in on everything. But a lot of consumers are more cautious, especially in this economic environment, where consumer confidence is a little bit down because of inflation and such. It would make sense that they would buy more crypto, but when consumer confidence is down, people don't tend to buy investment assets like crazy. But they are actually partnering with NYDIG, and the plan actually became known in July last year, but they had to work out regulatory stuff, as they always have to in these kind of things. But it looks like they are actually going to launch in the first half of this year, which means a lot of the regulatory concerns have actually been hammered out. Despite the scare that Gary Gensler and other people have been giving everyone about regulatory concerns, Congress and other lawmakers are actually hammering it out, and they are actually going ahead. Now, Bitcoin's the chosen one right now because I don't think Bitcoin's going to run into any of the security issues, since Bitcoin did not actually have any kind of coin cell or ICO. Yes, the early miners did mine a lot of it, but you actually had to mine it. So banks are like a lot of small banks are going to get on board with this, and I think small banks are going to force the larger banks to get on board with this as well, because they don't want to lose out to the competition. People will actually bank at smaller banks if they offer the services they want. And I think for us, at least, I think it would be better if more people actually banked at smaller banks, because they are more decentralized in structure, although pretty much all of them are still FDIC approved. So they're all connected in that way. So Bank South has seen a surge in cryptocurrency investment among his bank's customers. Another small bank in Georgia called Citimus Financial plans to add Bitcoin trading to its mobile app later this year. Now, some of these small banks, they do have big customers, but a lot of these small banks cater to the common Joe. And when they actually have investment products that are crypto catering to the common Joe, you can see more common people get in. It's not just rich fat cats, it's the common everyday you and me that are getting in. And that could mean a lot more mainstream broad adoption for these little community banks, because 300 banks still have tens of thousands of clients that invest in them, and that could be a lot of money. And I think this is only the beginning. Once a couple of these banks sign on, I think a lot of other banks will see that the business they're getting, and they're going to want to sign on too. And the big banks are not going to want to be left out of this. Right now, a lot of the big banks only offer crypto to their high net worth individuals. But if the smaller banks offer these crypto investments to just everyone, then the big banks might actually see some business leave them. And because they don't want to lose that business, they're going to start offering crypto to everyone as well. So I can definitely see this actually spiraling. And we do have enough crypto friends in Congress to actually keep pushing this and keep making this a real thing. So keep that in mind. And that's one of the reasons I do see crypto going up as we actually go along in this time period, because there's just too many people that are interested right now. There's too many institutions seeing demand, and because they want that business, they're going to latch onto that demand, and they're going to force other people, other competitors, to latch on that demand as well. And as soon as enough people adopt, Congress is not going to have a choice but to make more friendly crypto regulations, because there's going to be a lot of people that are invested, and they don't want all the people to lose their money and get mad at them and vote them out of office, because that's how our political system works. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.